A O. All right, are we live? Let me check. Yo, Matab's live. So is Krish. Okay. Let me quickly set this up. Oh wow, we got 4 people live already. Awesome. Okay, let me just give a quick introduction to the stream. So let me get rid of this. Oh, that's my webcam, by the way. Why is it glitched? Why is that thing glitched? All right. There we go. 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 Hey, so second comment, yo, Dark Mist 198. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how the audio is. Recently I've been going over these streams, and I feel like the audio isn't as good as I like it to be. I feel like sometimes I'm just speaking too close to it or whatnot. But basically, I wanted to start this series called Tech Talk. So this is gonna be like the first episode, and all I really want to do in these streams is basically we're gonna go on to like tech articles like Forbes and whatnot, and oh, it should autofocus. We're gonna go into like Forbes and whatnot, and we're gonna talk about what's popping. Basically, we're gonna talk about the greatest and latest tech news. The Editor X, I see you, man. Allery Lopez, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so today's topic or the main attraction for today's video is about TikTok. Okay, so there's probably an application or an app, whatever you want to call it, that you guys use on your phone, maybe even right now. Okay, and if that is the case, I am sorry, but I have some scary information to let you guys know. But like I used to have TikTok on my phone as well until I found out about this information, and then since then I've noticed that I don't want to have the application on my phone, so it's not on my phone anymore. But basically, before I even open up the article, I want to share something real quick with you guys. So let me go ahead and open up Chrome, like you guys can see. So I was just searching up TikTok. Let me make my webcam smaller if I can do that properly. There we go. Okay, so check this out. So I was on Google here. Actually, I want to open up a private tab. So I was on Google Trends. I can't even spell, but there we go. I was on Google Trends, and I was looking at what to make the stream on, right? So this is what I usually do when I want to stream something. I usually go on Google Trends and I search for like random stuff. Like sometimes I search up like, for example, iOS 14. I search iOS 14 and I get to see like if people are interested in it or not. But this is just like a weird one. But like let's go like iOS 14 release. You basically get an idea of like how interested people are. And as you can see, it's kind of dying down, right? So similarly, I searched up TikTok on Google Trends, and what I noticed is let's look at like the past, past 12 months. See how like it's on a downward trend. This one doesn't do a good enough job. Let's look at it from maybe the past few months. So like from January to now. Okay. So January to now. Okay, uh Sovic is here. Hey man, how's it going? There are only 9 people. Come on, make some noise. All right. Okay, okay. Okay, but take a look at this. So this is from January to basically now. So TikTok was like kind of like doing its thing, blah blah blah. It was kind of niche, right? But July 9th was I guess apparently the biggest storm of like TikTok searches. And this was probably and most likely and most definitely because of the TikTok ban. It better be banned, man. We don't want it back. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But basically see how there's a huge spike of TikTok searches. So all these what you're seeing here, I'm gonna make myself smaller. Basically everything that you guys are seeing, there we go, like this like flat line, that's like the regular TikTok users just doing their thing using TikTok. But over here, this is when it received like news coverage and press releases about how it could be selling your data or giving access to your data to the Chinese government. Indian TikTok is quite cringe, so it better be banned. Yeah. Okay. So right now there are already a few countries that have banned it, and I'm pretty sure the first country to ever ban it was um India. So let me just search that up. So let's go ahead and look at CNN. Okay, so here's what I learned so far before like I made the um now there's some nice baddies on TikTok. It's not banned for me. They said it's a bug. So okay, so right now it's probably not banned for most of us. The only countries that have that the only major countries that have banned it are India. So India basically went on this spree of banning. I'm gonna get rid of the chat because chat's impossible to see. Actually, I'll just leave chat on, whatever. But India basically banned a bunch of Chinese apps, including like WeChat, Alipay, and some other apps. So we're gonna look at that real quick. India TikTok ban. Yeah, it's due to some political issue. Okay, we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna go with CNN, even though we all know that CNN is probably not the best place to do some research. But hey, okay, so the Indian government this week said it will ban TikTok and other well-known Chinese apps, including messaging platform WeChat and mobile browser UC browsers, saying they pose a threat to sovereignty and integrity. Uh, so basically, here's the thing, right? So WeChat is basically, how do I say this? WeChat is like a WhatsApp, Viber, Messenger version for Chinese users, right? Because they basically don't have access to every single app that we have access to. So basically, for YouTube, check this out. So Chinese equivalent apps. I'm trying to see if I can find. See, so if you the Chinese version of YouTube is called Youku. All right, and similarly, you can do this for every single popular app. The Chinese alternatives for Facebook is QQ and WeChat. Is kind of what replaced Facebook. Remren can be called the Chinese version of Facebook. So you guys get the gist of it. I lost cam scan, man. Oh, I remember that. I even made a video on that like way back then. I don't know if you guys remember. You know what? It's too much work, but I think I made a video on that. They just banned all Chinese apps because of political distress. Basically not, but at the end of the day, it's kind of in support of like user privacy and whatnot, even though it may seem like it's just a political thing. uh Overall, like it did like do good for users, because as users, like, you want to value your privacy, right? And the company basically that the developing company that owns these applications, it's like ByteDance. So if you do a little research on ByteDance, you'll find that ByteDance is basically what it's like the big umbrella that owns all these companies. So ByteDance apps. So see, they own this Chinese app, and then so okay, Douyin is China's leading distribution for short form mobile videos. Um, Tu Tiao is one of the most popular content discovery platforms. So these guys, you know what? You can consider them as like a Facebook, YouTube of China, where they basically own like a bunch of like video media content applications. And then out of nowhere, so these were like all China catered applications, you could say. And then out of nowhere, they have TikTok. Isn't that kind of weird? TikTok. So while these guys make apps for Chinese companies or Chinese people, they all of a sudden made an international application called TikTok. And it basically is mostly popular in countries like the US. Isn't that kind of weird for you guys? I think so. Chris is like, watch some tech alpha on Yuko. I might actually have to start posting my content on Yuko now. All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and see what this article says. Ooh, why is the page kind of laggy? You know what? Screw that page. We're gonna use Washington Post. Millions watched an Indian man. Okay, no. Until the app was banned. Okay, so they're still gonna talk about it. Nah, that's too related to that man. What India's TikTok ban means for China. Okay, let's take a look at that. What do you think about India's smartphone market? I mean India's own, and how much time it will take to come up with new phones because everyone is banning Chinese products. Because here's the thing, right? India actually has a solid smartphone industry. Like they have like Geo, Oppo, Vivo. I think Pocophone was also some Indian variant. So these guys actually have a lot of phones that we don't get in North America. So if you think about it, they are far ahead in terms of like technology, even if you think about it, because I remember there was a phone that was released by Oppo or Vivo that could charge while you watch it, like your phone was charged, like while your phone is charging, you can see the percentage go up from like 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%. Like it's visibly charging. So there's definitely cool tech like that, but the thing is, a lot of those tech products aren't polished and aren't actually like end user ready. So like if they were to release it to the market, it's gonna be really weird, I guess, to say the least. Uh, yeah, but if you look at like the phones that are available to us in the North American market, most of our phones are like well polished, like Apple, Samsung, and we only get like the best of the best phones, while these guys are kind of like beta testers for the rest of the world. So they have a pretty cool market, and basically because these companies don't have a huge reputation to maintain, like Apple, for example, has a huge reputation to maintain. So Apple can't even make bold decisions and make risky moves like that. But China, or not China, but like India in this case, they don't hold a huge reputation in the smartphone industry, so they can afford to make bold decisions. And if a phone screws up, well, who cares? Big whoop. They can easily just make a new phone, or even literally go ahead and make a new company. If they lose their reputation that bad, if they lose their reputation that badly. Hey, India said it would ban 59 apps and services, including ByteDance's TikTok, Alibaba Group's UC browser and UC News, and Tencent's WeChat over cybersecurity reasons. So, here's the thing: I've used ByteDance's TikTok, I've used Alibaba's UC browser, I've used Tencent's WeChat. I still use Tencent's WeChat because it's easier when I'm like buying stuff, and like you basically need this for like business purposes, because in like Chinese suppliers will sometimes only talk to you through WeChat. Okay, let's keep going. New Delhi is open to meeting these terms and hearing their defenses. Okay, so basically here's what I did my research, right? So here's what happened. So WeChat and TikTok and all these guys got banned in India. It's gone forever. And now Trump is looking to make the same ban um, in the USA. Okay. Now here's the thing. So what WeChat or what TikTok is saying in defense is that the company CEO is a Disney veteran, so someone who used to work at Disney, so like a US CEO, I guess is what they're trying to go after. And then they're also saying that they can sell majority stake to a US company if that pleases it. And then they're also claiming that all American user data is saved only on United States servers and a backup is made in Singapore. Okay, so we're gonna read that part just in case I miss something. So yeah, TikTok hired Disney veteran Kevin Mayer as CEO in May. Its main office in Los Angeles County, and it has offices in London, Paris, Berlin, Dubai, Mumbai, Singapore, Jakarta, Seoul, and Tokyo. What they're basically trying to say is that, oh, we're actually an international company. There's no bias towards the Chinese government and da 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 da. But for ByteDance to sell TikTok, the only major social media app created by a Chinese company to gain significant traction globally, would be a big move. And it still might not be enough to alleviate concerns in Washington, where lawmakers and U.S. officials allege TikTok poses a national security threat because it could be used as a spying tool by Beijing. TikTok has denied those allegations. Okay, so they're trying to see if they can sell majority stake to a US company, and that might actually convince them to not ban TikTok. US officials also worry the platform can be used to collect personal data on US citizens or censor speech deemed sensitive by the Chinese government. I don't think that's true because there's so many edgy videos and TikToks you can find on the app. They usually would be censored by by the Chinese government if it was ever moderate, if it was regulated by the government. But I doubt that's a little bit of an extreme claim. TikTok says its data centers are located entirely outside of China and that none of the data is subject to Chinese law. U.S. User data is stored in the United States with a backup in Singapore. So, like I mentioned, according to TikTok, in its first transparency report released earlier this month, TikTok noted that it received no request to remove content from China. So, all the claims regarding China uh, being involved with like the censorship and whatnot of the TikTok app, I guess, is proven false. I guess because they were able to do a transparency report that proved that there was no intervention from the government. However, what I do want to say is while these reports are there, guys, we're talking about one of the most powerful countries in the world, um, that is known to heavily back their companies like Alibaba and stuff get real support from the government, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was um, in like some sort of affiliation from the Chinese government under a different name without the true government reported on the transparency reports basically. Yeah, Trudeau ain't banning TikTok because he knows there's some fine chicks on that app. Chill. Yo, chill. Uh, Meanwhile, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States is currently investing ByteDance's 2016 acquisition of US-based app Musically, a deal that helped add millions of users to TikTok. Such an investigation could be a blow to TikTok because CFIUS has the authority to retroactively review foreign acquisitions of US businesses and reverse those transactions. Whoa, okay. So the CFIUS is the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. So basically, these guys get to monitor every single acquisition, merger, and whatnot that happens between a international country and the US. So basically, when ByteDance created TikTok, they wanted to get like a bunch of users onto TikTok instantly, and the way they did that was by purchasing Musically, which was a US based application. So they purchased it for, I guess, however million or however billion it cost, and then basically they moved all their users over to TikTok. But what they're saying is the Committee in Foreign Investment of the United States, have the power to reverse these transactions. So if they investigate this, I guess, acquisition and they're like, okay, this is sketchy, we don't like the fact that TikTok is owned by a Chinese company and they basically took all our US users from Musically onto their app, and they think that there is some sort of security threat or whatnot. They, I guess, apparently can actually reverse those transactions, which means that they can basically, I guess, take away all the users that TikTok bought or ByteDance bought from Musically. So I guess what they're saying is we can take a few million users out of your platform. I don't think that'll do too much now because people know TikTok too much. Like if the users were to be removed, people will just create a new account and just keep using TikTok, right? I don't think that's a good enough threat from the US. It does not seem like that U.S. investors alone buying a majority ownership stake would satisfy CFI U.S. or broader U.S. government concerns about the Chinese ownership piece and the potential for U.S. personal data to find its way back to Beijing, said Paul Triolo, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, does it even matter if majority of ownership is within the United States? Because at the end of the day, although the transparency report did prove that there was no government affiliation onto the TikTok app, like what are the chances that the government is registered as a different company name that owns licensing access to TikTok, which means that they can basically make changes and make requests and like can see data, but not in the name as the Chinese government. They're gonna go by a different name. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the U.S. can't really prove that oh the user data is being observed by the Chinese government. It's technically being observed by a third party company which is owned by the Chinese government. kind of like that. But I feel like there's just so many ways that TikTok or ByteDance in this case can work around, and it would just be so easy to basically hide any sort of sketchiness. Um, okay, and the U.S. campaign, blah blah blah. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and other officials say they're considering banning TikTok. The U.S. House of Representatives voted to bar federal employees from downloading TikTok on government issued devices. And President Donald Trump's re-election campaign is currently running Facebook advertisements bashing the app. Whoa. I didn't know that. So basically what they're saying is um basically if you work for the government and you have a government issued device, right? You are basically not allowed to download TikTok on it. So they wholeheartedly believe that there is some sort of sketchiness and there's some sort of spying going on. So Trump campaign pushes Facebook as banning TikTok or bashing TikTok. Can I see an example of it? Um, he said that people should only download the app if you want your private information in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party, called Communist Party, my bad. TikTok is led by an American CEO with hundreds of employees and key leaders across safety, security, product, and public policy here in the US. A TikTok spokesperson said in a statement following Pompeo's comments, "We have no higher priority than promoting a safe and secure app experience for our users. We have never provided user data to the Chinese government, nor would we do so if asked. It's not the Trump campaign's first brush with." That's crazy. That's crazy. So basically, Trump is using the Trump campaign ads appear to be referring to research from a company called MISC that found earlier this year TikTok and other apps, including the apps of some American news organizations, accessing the contents of iPhone users' clipboards. Clipboards is where iPhones store data on text that is copied, part of the copy and paste feature. This information could be particularly sensitive, blah, blah, blah. Facebook is taking money for political ad that attacks the competitor just as it's preparing to launch TikTok copycat. TikTok spokesperson. Oh, this is deep. This is deep. So Christian said, "Yeah, TikTok is banned from the White House." Yeah, dude, that's what it seems like. It probably should be banned though. Gaming Zen says, "Dude, that's crazy." Okay, so basically, let me just sum that up for you guys. So essentially what's happening is, you know how like you guys can go ahead and copy paste stuff, right? So every time you go copy something, it gets stored in your RAM, I guess, in like a certain section that's like the clipboard, right, where everything is saved. And like on Android devices you can even access the clipboard and you can copy past stuff, but I don't think you can do that on iOS. Nevertheless, what TikTok, along with some US news apps apparently even, what they do is they have access to your clipboard. So if you copy something sensitive that could actually, be like your house address, one of your bank passwords, whatever you copy, they basically observe. And apparently, Trump was running campaigns on Facebook ads. Like Facebook ads probably includes Instagram ads as well, saying or promoting the research which was done by a company called MISC, right? But what TikTok's rebuttal is that this is sketchy or the timing is sketchy just because of the fact that Facebook is looking to release a TikTok copycat soon. Okay, so basically what TikTok is saying is, oh, we're innocent. US applications or US news apps do the same thing. We're doing something, industry standard, and we feel that we're being targeted by Facebook just because of the fact that Facebook is looking to start a copycat version of our application, which could be true. Facebook is also known to make sketchy moves like this. They're known to censor stuff. They're known to, spy on users, I guess, quote unquote, spy and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe Facebook, look, Facebook announced Friday it was launching a TikTok competition globally. So it could be simply because of that. It could simply be because of that, right? So if that's the case, that sucks for TikTok. That's like major actual discrimination. Oh, Secret Gamer, yo, thank you so much for joining, man. I see you in the chat, boy. Um, but yeah, that is crazy if that is the case. Okay, um, the company pulled out of Hong Kong earlier this month after China imposed the controversial national security law on the city. Last month, India banned TikTok along with several other popular Chinese apps, blah, blah, blah. The app is also facing more security in Australia, according to CNN affiliate 9 News. Sorry, Australia. Damn. Look, Wells Fargo has instructed its employees to remove the app from company devices, and TikTok is also under pressure. If you guys didn't know, just for my international viewers, Wells Fargo is and a company is an American multinational financial service company headquartered in San Francisco, California, with central blah blah blah. Basically, it is the world's fourth largest bank by market capitalization and the fourth largest bank in the US by total assets. So this major bank basically, right? Wells Fargo, major bank in the United States, they are saying that all employees who have a company issued mobile device should not, right? Well, it doesn't even say company issue. It says has instructed all employees basically. Oh wait, no, it is from company devices. So any company issued device should not be running TikTok. So we already know the US government, like the White House and Wells Fargo, the fourth largest bank, have told its employees or workers or whatever to not use TikTok. If that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. That definitely says something, I think. So okay. So and then apparently in Australia, there's some tension or no, there's like some strict policy going on, but it doesn't say a ban, so I don't really know what they're talking about. But that is crazy. We're gonna look at one last article, and then that should basically sum up today's video or today's stream. I think I did a pretty good job at explaining the situation. If you guys are watching the live, please do drop a like on the live stream. If you guys are enjoying the live, that means a lot. I forgot to ask. I forget to ask you guys to like the stream and stuff. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you like it because that helps a lot with the algorithm. All right, let's look at the last article. Oh, and by the way, for the viewers that are watching right now, starting let me tell you when. Starting on the 20 Okay, so 28th is when I end my summer school. 29th is when I get my hold on. I wanna stop this. 29th is when I get my report card. So maybe like starting the 1st. So I'm gonna take a break on the 30th and the 31st. So August 1st to August 30th, you guys are gonna see daily videos. Every single day you're gonna see a video of me. And then on Sundays or Saturdays, I'm gonna stream as well. So you guys are gonna get two videos. Basically, no, not two videos, but like a video and a stream. Imagine what would happen to the big TikTokers if it gets banned. That's actually so proper. I just realized I had to talk about that. So basically, what I've noticed, right? So all these TikTokers, like the major ones, I only know a few, but I've seen like a Snapchat story basically about like Addison Ray, which I think is like the second biggest TikToker in the world, where she basically started a podcast with her mom, I think on YouTube or Spotify or somewhere, and basically TikTokers themselves are actually transitioning away from TikTok and moving on to other platforms. Like I've seen like other TikTokers like Bryce Hall make YouTube channels and post YouTube videos and do all that stuff. So for them to move away from TikTok as a platform and try to branch out into Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, make music and do that stuff is already a clear indication to me that these guys don't see TikTok holding a foreseeable future. Chris is like, do a Warzone stream. I don't know. Should I? I feel like no one would want to watch a Warzone stream though. Like even these streams, they're not like doing the best. Um, but I feel like it's mostly because right now people have summer school. I feel like in August things are gonna pick up a little bit. So I'm just doing this. I'm just like streaming now just to get like a little used to streaming, and then like by August I'll be pretty good with it. All right, we're gonna take a look at this. Oops. We're gonna take a look at this last article. Okay. All right, so let's see. U.S. investors are reportedly considering buying the blah blah blah. We already know that. We already know that. So these guys are saying we're confident in the long term success of TikTok and will make our plans public when we have something to announce. These guys are just overly optimistic. They don't see how badly they look to like the people. Oh, this is the same stuff as before. All right, so I guess we learned what we need to learn about. Um, I guess we learned what we need to learn. I want to see this. Why does it say Trump can't ban TikTok? Now the only reason she did a podcast is because Spotify gave her a big bag. That is true. Like they obviously did, right? They obviously did, right? But if you look at all the TikTokers that switched over to YouTube, these guys didn't get a penny for doing it. They just did it because they knew that like uh the people who switched to YouTube, they just did it because they knew that TikTok has no proper future or they feel like they can do better, they can make more money on YouTube, one or the other. Krish is like people are saying she got paid at least a mil. Yo, that could be the case. RDNRHM says you look wide. Or is the camera actually wide? Like one of my other friends also said the same thing. I gotta look into it, but I swear, like I went on the settings and the aspect ratio is 16:9. So if it is wide, that's weird. But at the same time, it could be messed up because OBS is kind of a pain to figure out. So I'll go over the settings. Oh, by the way, I want to share with you guys something. So this right here, I got this like bracelet from like AliExpress. I think it was like $5. I think. But basically, I don't know if you guys can see. Focus. Will it focus? Nah, it's not gonna focus. There. You can't see it. I tried. But basically, it says Tech Alpha on here. So it's like a little bracelet, and it says the words Tech Alpha on it. So it's pretty cool. It's like $5 on AliExpress. I just went on AliExpress, picked it up. It's pretty cool. It's like nice. It's nice jewelry. But yeah, I'll definitely look into the wideness of the video. It can't be that bad, is it? Because I'm looking at it from OBS and it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty natural to me. But it might be weird. Who knows? Okay, let's look at this. Um, let's see the raw popularity, blah blah blah. Hmm. U.S. law likely does not allow Trump administration officials to easily impose a flat ban on a free social media app already in use by millions of Americans. But our experience suggests that U.S. export controls, sanction laws, and other national security provisions are available to restrain TikTok and isolate ByteDance. Hmm. Thanks to the perception of a growing China threat, laws have been developed and expanded in recent years precisely to address a situation like this one. But this exact tool the United States chooses to use in the ongoing tussle between the worlds whose superpowers has important blah blah blah. I guess like it's impossible. I guess what they're saying is impossible to ban an app, like flat out ban an app, like the same way that India has done it. Because the way that India did it was crazy. They basically just said, "Screw you, no more TikTok," and they just took it away. I guess the US can do the same thing. Um, also because there's already millions of users using TikTok, but I guess what they could do is maybe, um, okay, deep. Chris is like, what are your thoughts on the new Bronco? Oh, dude, it's sick. I'm gonna show that in a second after this. Another arrow says to deforce a is to force the deplatforming of TikTok from iOS and Android app stores. Okay. That order authorizes the commerce, blah blah blah. While this measure would not remove the app from devices that already have it downloaded, it would effectively prohibit the app from being maintained, making its continued use practically impossible. E-commerce, blah blah blah. Oh, okay. So I feel like it's one of those things that happened with Flappy Bird, right? So basically, for devices that already downloaded it, you can't really do much about it. You can't get them to really delete it. But what you could do is you can get it to be removed from the App Store, I guess, and you can, or even if you can't get it to get it, or if you can't even get it removed from the App Store, you can basically stop it from being, um, you can basically stop it from being updated, which will indirectly make the app useless, right? And then to finalize the stream, to end things off, I want to talk about the Bronco because Chris brought that up. Dude, I saw this Bronco. Apparently, FoozyTube is gonna buy one of these Broncos. But yo, I saw on Twitter as well, like they sold out Bronco already. Like they sold out all versions of the Bronco without people even seeing it. So this is just like deposits. So I think you can deposit um $200 or something like that to even to like reserve your thing. So reservations, it says reservations for the first edition is full. I guess that means these ones are still able to be reserved. But I swear I saw somewhere on Twitter saying that all versions of the thing were reserved. It has insane off-road features and Ford claims it can go over any terrain. Yeah, like I was watching like, the release video and that looked crazy. I would get the four-door model, by the way. Like I would just get the four-door model. It looks way cleaner. And I think so. Apparently, there's like you can get automatic and manual, but the manual one only has like the manual one only has the lower end engine. But then if you go automatic, you can get like the more powerful engine. But then both of them are like 10-speed transmission or something like that. But yo, this looks crazy, man. Whoa. Let me just watch this for like a little bit. Wait, I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. I want to make sure you guys can hear it as well.
Talk to you about the new
Yeah, you
2021
guys can hear it
Ford
now.
Bronco. This is the 2021 Ford Bronco, and if it looks like a concept car that's come to life, that's because it is. Ford is still at this point keeping a lot of information close to the vest, which is okay because the older I get, the less I can remember. But here's what I do know. Obviously, we have a four-door version and we have a two-door version. Two different engines. You got a 2.3 liter turbo four-cylinder and a 2.7 liter twin turbo V6. 270
Wait,
horsepower,
what was that?
310 pound-feet
What was that?
version. Two different engines. You got a 2.3 liter turbo
So 2.3 liter turbo.
four-cylinder and a 2.7 liter twin turbo V6.
Yeah, see, that's the one you want. You want the 2.7 twin turbo, whatever that thing is.
270 horsepower.
Oh, really? It has two different low gears. I didn't know that.
310 pound-feet of torque for the four-cylinder, 310 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque for the six-cylinder. However, those numbers might change when this thing finally goes on sale. Two transmissions, 10-speed automatic, of course, and a manual. Not a 6-speed manual, a 6+1. So it has a low gear, which works both in high range and in low range because, of course...
Oh, that's what you just talked about.
Out back, you got a live axle. Up front, you have independent front suspension.
That's the like low gear or whatever that you just mentioned.
Which is similar to what Mercedes is now doing with the G-Wagon and how Toyota's been doing the Land Cruiser for years.
These are probably like review samples, right? No, just like overall, like even the design language looks way cleaner. Like the Jeep looks too outdated, and most importantly, in my opinion, the interior looks clean. In my opinion, like the interior looks really clean. Like check this out. Bro, what? Like, look at that tan or whatever, like brown interior, like the big screen. Like the Jeep is nowhere near that. Ford is gonna sell these like crazy, especially like in the U.S. Like even Canada might like pop on this trend. It looks crazy good. Like whoa. Like most like off-road cars don't even have clean interiors because they try to go for like a rugged look. But look at that digital dash, like huge, probably like a 10-inch screen over there. That looks good. I mean, they're not that big engines, only 2.7. Really, I didn't know much. I don't know much. But yeah, okay, it's gonna wrap up the stream. Let's see how long I've been streaming for. Okay, I've been streaming for how long? 41 minutes, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining. If you guys are watching the stream right now and you haven't already, make sure you drop a like. That means a lot. That helps out the stream so much. Anyways, I'm gonna sign out with today's video. Thank you so much. I hope you guys learned something about TikTok. And if you guys already have TikTok installed, I highly recommend you guys uninstall that application like right now because you could actually be being spied on. Who knows? And if that's the case, it's not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy. Imagine someone monitoring everything you're copying on your device and copy pasting and whatnot. Anyways, I just don't have TikTok. I don't want it. I don't want to take the risk and whatnot. So thank you so much. Thank you, Chris, especially. I've seen you throughout the whole stream. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I will see you guys.